What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video because the Portuguese news outlet Record Portugal has confirmed that Liverpool FC have sent scouts during the week to watch Gonçalo Inacio play for Sporting, and they will intensify their efforts to sign him in the coming days. Sporting, of course, wants any club to pay the release clause of Inacio, which is actually not like crazy release clause. It's 60 million euros, that's 50 million pounds or thereabouts. So let me know, do you want Inacio to go to Liverpool for 50 million in the January transfer window? I think Liverpool have their best chance in years to win a Premier League title this season because Man City are faltering. I was so happy when I watched the highlights yesterday evening after we got back with my wife. Yesterday we celebrated our 6-year anniversary, and also we celebrated today, actually we celebrate the half-year anniversary of our wedding as well, which was exactly 6 months ago. So it was a really good day and it turned into a brilliant day, especially for Liverpool fans like myself, when we saw Man City give away 2 points after Phil Foden fouled Mateta in the box. It was a Stonewall penalty, and in the 95th minute Olise shows his cool to equalize after Crystal Palace weren't even in the game for 75 minutes. It was one-way traffic. Man City had like 19 shots in total. Crystal Palace had 5. The shots on target was crazy. Man City had 9 shots on target. Crystal Palace had 2. The most important thing is Crystal Palace equalized and Man City dropped further 2 points. Man City have now won just 1 of 6 games in the Premier League. That is their worst run of form since 2018, and this is Manchester City's lowest points tally under Pep Guardiola. Even when they finished 3rd and they finished 2nd, they didn't have as low a points tally as they have after like 17 games in the Premier League or something like that. So Liverpool have a crazy good chance to go 6 points clear with of Manchester City if they win against Manchester United. We will preview the Man United game, but I wanted to talk about the title race first before we get into these Inacio stories, because Liverpool honestly should strengthen in the January transfer window because we have such a unique opportunity. I don't think Man City will start the season this badly. Next season De Bruyne won't be out for the first part of next season for sure, and Erling Haaland will be available much more often. And without De Bruyne, without Haaland, Man City are of course not the same team. You remove 2 of the best players out of any side. I mean, you remove Salah and Alisson from Liverpool, they are not the same team, or Salah and Van Dijk. You get my drift. But Liverpool could actually be 12 points ahead of Man City before they play again in the Premier League, because they go to the Club World Cup to win their first Club World Cup title after winning their first Champions League trophy. And I mean, Man City fans booing the team off the pitch after they won a treble just a few months ago just shows how fickle of a fan base they are. But the less they say about that, the better. But first, before we get into this video, I want to say a massive get well soon message to Tom Lockyer. I think that's his name. He collapsed during the Bournemouth Luton Town game and he had a cardiac arrest. Basically, he had a heart attack. He was rushed to hospital. He's in a stable condition, and it was absolutely shocking images to see that, and I really hope that he makes a full recovery and he can play football again. But football is not that important at this time. I just wish all the Luton Town fans and all the family and everyone who is connected to Tom Lockyer all the best. Hang in there, and hopefully Tom Lockyer will make a full recovery. So I wish him a speedy recovery and I wish him all the best. So Liverpool have, according to Dean Jones, a significant amount of money to spend in the January transfer window, reinforcing their midfield or defense. And of course Liverpool already spent a significant amount of money reinforcing their midfield in the summer transfer window. And according to the Mirror newspaper, Liverpool are one of the clubs showing interest in Gonçalo Inacio, and we have been scouting him for more than a year. Liverpool have sent scouts to watch Inacio many times previously. I mean, we sent scouts in the summer and even before the summer. And Portuguese outlet A Bola has detailed that Liverpool scouted Inacio during last week's international clash, where Sporting won 5-0, and the 22-year-old now appears to be at the heart of potential transfer battle between Liverpool and Manchester United. And I mean, if you were Inacio, would you go to Manchester United in their current state when they are losing to Bournemouth 3-0 at home and they crash out of the Champions League in 4th place in a group which was like a banker for Man United? To go above Galatasaray and Copenhagen should have been a formality, because Man United have so much more resources, so much of a better squad on paper, but on the pitch they couldn't show it, and Man United crashed out with a whimper, finishing bottom of their group. Of course, January is always a difficult window because most clubs don't want to lose their best players in the January transfer window. Sporting are still trying to fight for the Portuguese league title. They qualified to the next round of European competition as well, so they want to have as good a season as possible. But for the release clause, they will definitely sell Inacio. They have no choice but to do so. So £50 million I think would be a very good price, but very high price for Inacio. But if he is as good as I've seen him be, I mean, he came on as a substitute, scored 2 goals in the last game for Sporting, and also in the Portuguese national team. He's scoring goals from corners, and he's also a brilliant defender as well. And Dean Jones said that signing a centre-back is a priority for Liverpool in the January transfer window, especially after Joao Matip's season-ending injury. Yes, centre-back is definitely an area that Liverpool are having to contemplate as we get towards the new year. Whether that will be in January, I don't know. It's probably more likely to be in the summer if they are going to go for someone like Gonçalo Inacio, who is going to cost a lot of money, and there's going to be a decent level of competition to sign him. Man United are really like him, but Liverpool are definitely scouting Inacio as well. So if that's the sort of a level of defender that Liverpool are looking to go for, then you are going to probably have to wait until the summer transfer window to make a move like that. What makes more sense to me is signing Gonçalo Inacio in the winter transfer window, because we lost Matip anyway to a season-ending injury, and potentially even if Liverpool give him a contract extension, Matip couldn't be back into first team before September or October, and even then he wouldn't be at his full potential. Virgil van Dijk took a whole season to get back to his best after Pickford injured his knee in a deliberate and very bad incident, which resulted in Virgil van Dijk injuring his ACL. Matip also injured his ACL. So it's the same injury, and Matip is even older than Virgil van Dijk was. Not by much, but he's still older. So his body will take a long time to recover from this. Liverpool, if we don't give Matip a new contract, only the Liverpool hierarchy know that. Even Jurgen Klopp doesn't know whether we will give Matip a new contract or not. If we don't give Matip a new contract, it's a no-brainer to bring the transfer forward 6 months, just like we did with signing Luis Diaz, just like we did with signing Cody Gakpo. Now, if we sign Gonçalo Inacio, we already have a defender in the summer. So why not spend that money in the January transfer window, where Inacio could help us right now, and he could be maybe the difference between Liverpool winning the title or finishing second or third. And even Chris Sutton, who I'm not a big fan of as a pundit, but he said the more Liverpool do this, win games while not playing well, scoring in the last minutes. We scored in the last minutes to win against Fulham and Crystal Palace. The more you have fancy Liverpool to win the title with Man City and the wheels coming off a little bit, you just sense it might be Liverpool's season. Let's get it right. At the weekend, Liverpool got very lucky. It was never a sending off where Jordan Ayew got sent off. I don't agree with Chris Sutton, but I'm just sharing you his opinion. It was absolutely ridiculous when things start to go their way, that you sense they are building momentum. And just imagine being in that Liverpool dressing room. That's 18 points from losing positions that Liverpool have taken this season. That is phenomenal. phenomenal. So the belief within the dressing room now is going to be huge. They believe that they can carry that on and they can push for the title, and I think that's what Liverpool should do. Liverpool absolutely need to beat the worst Man United team in probably 3 decades. In 30 years, this is probably the worst Man United team. So Liverpool absolutely have to beat them. And we also should beat Arsenal. We must beat Arsenal. And then the title race is really in our hands. We could build a significant momentum in the title race. Liverpool have, of course, the midweek game against West Ham in the League Cup quarter-final. But I want Jurgen Klopp to rotate in that game. And even if we go out, it's not a big issue because the Premier League title race is the much more important thing. And after Arsenal, we go to Burnley away, which is a tough ground to go to. Burnley are improving all the time. And then we play Newcastle and we go to Arsenal in the FA Cup. And we will play Arsenal in the Premier League as well very soon. So Liverpool have a really tough run of fixtures, but in the next 6 games, 3 of our hardest games come at Anfield, and we are 100% at Anfield. We need to keep that run going. We have Man United, Arsenal and Newcastle at Anfield in the next 3 Premier League games, I mean. That is huge, an absolute massive run of games. Really significantly important. If we could win all 3 of them, then Liverpool could have a huge advantage in the Premier League title race, and the momentum will be with us as well. And hopefully Liverpool will actually start playing better and will start playing better football and put in better performances. And hopefully with Liverpool rotating the squad against Union, we'll be a fully fit, fully fresh squad. And I mean, Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota have been very unlucky with their finishing. Darwin Núñez is actually taking better shots than last season. He's just getting unlucky with hitting the post 5 times, and also some of the goalkeepers make superhuman saves against Darwin Núñez, but his luck will turn sooner or later and Darwin Núñez will start scoring and finishing more of his chances. Darwin Núñez is still having a great season, not an amazing season or a brilliant season, but he's still having a good or great season depending on how you see his performances, because he's still contributing in games, he's still getting assists, he's still scoring some important goals, he's still unsettling defenders, making great runs, getting great chances. And as long as he's getting chances, I'm not worried, because he will start finishing them very soon. I'm pretty convinced of that, and this Man United game could be the turning point that he needs. He could start scoring goals and banging in them for fun. Alisson also gave a warning to Liverpool, the whole Liverpool squad, that Man United will be like a wounded animal coming to Anfield on the back of getting an injury crisis, getting crashed out of the Champions League, losing to Bournemouth 3-0. I would be on fire, and I would try to set my teammates on fire as well. As a football player, Alisson said, as an elite athlete, you are going to try to use it to motivate yourself. I don't know much about the Man United players, so I don't know what they are going to do, but I'm sure that they are coming here to Anfield to try and get the result from us. We are focused on getting the 3 points from our side. That game is in the past where we beat them 7-0. It's a good thing for the supporters to talk about and remember, but we have a different team now and we are in a different moment. And of course it was an outlier of a result, because Liverpool weren't actually that good last season, and actually Liverpool had a lower XG in that Liverpool Man United 7-0 game than when we couldn't beat Luton and we drew 1-1. Liverpool had a higher XG against Luton away from home. I think it was 3.5 XG, and we scored only 1 goal. And against Man United we had 2.9 XG and we scored 7. So it shows how different it can be if you finish those chances. Alisson also said that he was on the receiving end on the humiliation at Anfield when he, with Roma, came to Anfield and got smashed 5-2 in a Champions League semi-final. He said, I lost that game and it wasn't a good experience. But this is the kind of game you want to play in. The players from Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Man City are players that have to enjoy playing in this kind of game. I enjoy it a lot when we play against big opponents. And Andre Onana, Alisson said, he's a really good goalkeeper. The Champions League he played last season was amazing. I was lucky in that I was coming to a team that was with everything already going in a different way, that was building. Onana needs to be patient. He needs to do that with everything that's going on in his life in the best way he can. I think he's someone who is in this moment, needs the support of everybody. So I think he will get there. I went through something similar to what he is living, coming from an Italian club to England, to a big club for a lot of money. That is a lot of responsibility over your shoulders. He came here with the responsibility to be the replacement of De Gea, who maybe was not in the best shape of his career, but he was still delivering performances, so Onana needs to do the same. And sometimes it takes longer with some players. You are changing your team, you are changing your league. United are trying to adapt and discover themselves, and that can affect you a lot. I don't just think Onana is a really good goalkeeper. I don't think he's anywhere near world class. Of course, with his feet, he's an upgrade on De Gea, but with shot stopping, I'm not sure he is an upgrade. And to think Man United replaced a free agent, De Gea, with a 40 million goalkeeper who is actually worse this season than De Gea was last season is really remarkable, and that shows Man United's struggles, of course, in the transfer market. Why they didn't sign a proven striker, somebody like Harry Kane, who was absolutely perfect for Man United. They spent almost as much on an unproven kid, Rasmus Højlund, who should be a backup striker at Man United behind somebody like Harry Kane. Just blows my mind how they can spend 80 million on a kid who had one senior season in European football. I just don't understand. Many Man United signings you don't really understand, but let me know what they think in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Come on, Liverpool! Let's beat Man United. Goodbye.